Hello, everyone. This is From Milwaukee to Nashville. I am Daniel Goodable. Over there is John Lewandowski. From us here at From Milwaukee to Nashville, we would like to wish you all a happy holidays and a happy new year. Since we have been kind of busy and swamped, we've had a lot of personal stuff going on, and as well as life stuff going on. So we apologize for our lack of content over the last little bit, but we will do our best to get to it over this weekend. Um, we are doing the best we can at the current moment. Today we have a full show on tap for you guys and gals, and he, she, they, them, and it's of the world. But nonetheless, um, today the Milwaukee Admirals took on the Iowa Wild. But before we get into that, our show is brought to you by the wonderful folks at Hockey Locker, 2002 West Howard Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can call them at 414-800-7585.
All right. So as he said, the Admirals took on the Wild today here in Milwaukee. Shots on goal in the first period, Milwaukee outshoots Iowa 18 to 10. In the second period, Iowa outshoots Milwaukee 17 to 9. In the third period, Milwaukee outshoots Iowa 11 to 5, and in total, Milwaukee outshoots Iowa 39-32. On the power play, Iowa goes 0 for 2 with 11 minutes, 4 infractions, while the Admirals go 0 for 2 with 9 minutes, 3 infractions.
Uh,
All right.
Turner in the first had a fight with Bradley Merrick. Ottenbreit got the better of that one.
Okay. All right. Which brings us to scoring. In the first period, the Admirals get on the board at the 14:59 mark with a goal from Joachim Kemmel, his eighth on the season unassisted. Then in the second, at the 8:30 mark, the Wild get on the board with a goal from Matthew Sopp, his second on the season, assisted by Luke Toporowski, his seventh, and Camden Bankier, his eighth.
Um, by the way, whenever I see his name, the instant thing that comes to my head, and as soon as he scored, we were all joking in the chat section of "What's up?" So yeah, we had some fun with that. In overtime, Jake Lucchini with the game winner with his eighth with an assist for Mark Del Gaizo, his second. Del Gaizo had an amazing game. And just the effort he put in, and like it was really good. Um, as far as what I saw tonight, if they could do this, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Given everything going on. Many of you may not know, but I will get to this shortly after this game. But the Admirals have been riddled with injuries as well as Nashville, so it's been kind of slim pickings on the players, but at the same, on the quality of player. Finding players isn't hard. Finding the quality players at this point, it's difficult. So in
Yeah.
that case, one of the things I'm going to say, just from an Admirals fan perspective, is we just got to ride it out right now. Hold our head up and scrap out the ones we can, get some wins. If we could pull a game to overtime like tonight, you know what I mean? Get some points.
Yeah.
Just stay in it. Um, 3 stars of the game. Third star of the game was Kiefer Bellows. He did not have a goal or assist, just a lot of effort from Kiefer Bellows. Bellows played a good game as well. Second star was Magnus Corona. He stopped 31 to 32. And in net for the Iowa Wild was the first star, was William Russo, stopping 37 to 39. Russo played very well. Tip of the cap kind of to the opponent a little bit. Another guy who had a really good night was Ryder Ralston. for the Admirals, as well as Mutter and was nice to see Andre Pavel make his debut with the Admirals. He had 5 shots, -1. He was on the ice for the goal scored against, but I believe that was during a line change, so that didn't help much. The Admirals are coached by Carl Taylor, assistant coach Matt Donovan, and Greg Rollo. Over there for the Iowa Wild is Brett McLean, is their head coach, Nathan McIver, Ben Simmons, with goaltending coach, former goalie Richard Buckman. Attendance at the UW Panther Arena was 4,209. And John, get the table. I'm just kidding. It was a rest salute to wrestling night. The Dudley boys were in the house. Was really cool to get to meet them and see them for the first time since probably about 2005 for me. So there's that. Your referees were Jim Curtin and Sean Davis. Lides people. Oh, we're doing that now. Devin Gale and Greg Offerman. Admirals are back tomorrow night with Grand Rapids. I believe Atlanta plays as well.
Not sure.
Preds are off. Oh, nope, the Preds play Calgary at 9. So we will not be able to cover that game unless I get home about this time again tomorrow. But on to Atlanta.
All right, so the South Carolina Stingrays took on the Atlanta Gladiators today. Let's see. Okay, shots on goal in the first period. Atlanta outshot South Carolina 15-2. In the second period, South Carolina outshot Atlanta 14-9. In the third period, South Carolina outshot Atlanta 9-8. And in total, Atlanta outshoots South Carolina 34-29. On to the power plays. South Carolina goes 0 for 4 with 8 minutes, 4 infractions, while Atlanta also goes 0 for 4 with 8 minutes, 4 infractions. On to scoring. Atlanta gets on the board with a goal at the 7:21 mark, with a goal by Easton Armstrong, assisted by Andrew Jarvis and Connor Galloway. At the 7:21 mark. Then in the second period, at the 15:03 mark, the Stingrays get on the board with a goal from Ryan Hoffer, assisted by Jace Isley and Jordan Klimek. Then in the third period, at the 4:20 mark, Atlanta scores with a goal from Cody Sylvester, assisted by Christian Hausinger and Joey Kipalone.
All
Uh,
right. Scoring at the 8:17 mark for the South Carolina Stingrays was Tyler Weiss with an assist from Austin Manjera and Eric Mindorf. That was Weiss's 7th, Sylvester for Atlanta's 9th, Hofer's 5th, and Easton Armstrong's 5th. Then in overtime, nothing. South Carolina had 4 shots, Atlanta had 1. We go to a shootout. Shooting first is former Nashville Predators draft pick Josh Wilkins, no goal. Then for Atlanta, Patrick Marcinkiewicz scores. Then Tyler Kupka, Kyler Kupka, no goal. And Christian Hausinger, goal. Atlanta wins in a shootout, 3-2. Your 3 stars of the game. Third star of the game was Easton Armstrong. He had a goal. Sylvester was second star. He had a goal. And your first star is current Admirals AHL signing goaltender that is assigned to Atlanta by the Admirals, stopping 27 of 29, Ethan Hayter. In net for the South Carolina Stingrays is Yorkland, I do not know your first name, sir. Oh, stats. We're getting there. Garen Bjorklund, he stopped 31 of 33 with a 93.939 save percentage. Atlanta wins, and Atlanta's been doing pretty solid since right before, like a little bit before the holiday break. They
Yep.
have worked their way from bottom of the barrel up to eighth place with a 15, 13, and 3 record. They're actually in the plus. And
Right. And in their last 10, they're 8-2.
yeah, I was about to say, and in their last 10, they're 8-2. Um, I'm not complaining. Um, if you're gonna get hot, now's it. As far as I'm concerned with the whole Admirals thing, just gonna make a little joke here. 1 down, 18 to go. All right. We are gonna dive into this Preds game a little bit. There is 2 minutes, 51 seconds left. So with that being said, just diving a little bit in it. In the first period, shots were 9-9 apiece. In the second period, Nashville was outshot 10-3. And in the third so far, Vancouver is outshooting them 7-5. The Preds currently lead 1-0. Scoring in the second was Steven Stamkos, his 12th with an assist from Jonathan Marchessault, his 14th, and Forsberg, his 22nd. Vancouver just pulled their goalie. So I don't know if there's 2 minutes left. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised on that one. In the third period, you've got 2 penalties against Nashville, one against Forsberg, one against Evangelista. Roughing against Stastny? What does Spencer Stastny do to anybody? Congratulations to Ozzy Weissblatt on your NHL debut.
Yep.
That is so I got a funny story about that. So I was listening in on the on some of the conversations, and he was talking about a little bit. And so when he got the call from Scott Nickel, who is the Admirals GM, being told he's going up, he literally sat down in a chair and cried because he's getting his dream. So when I sit here as a fan and hear that, there's a little bit that gets you teary-eyed because these guys fight so hard for this dream. That's that one goal to get there. Once you get there, it's the hard part.
Yep.
All right, we've got a whistle again. Oh, Preds goal.
Yep.
All right, I do not have.
Gustav Nyquist, his 7th of the year, unassisted at the 1 minute 43 seconds left in the game mark.
Uh,
Wait, here are the assists. Assisted by Blankenberg, his second, and Sissons, his third.
okay, there we go. And they pulled the goalie again. This is weird doing this live. Hey, if this is what it means to do these West Coast games, fine.
And then in the first period of this game, I saw that McCarron had a fight against Dakota Joshua.
Yes, I did see that as well. Joshua's no slouch at the fight department, McCarron as well. Empty net again for Vancouver. Come on, guys, hold your head up here. We've got a whistle. So with that all being said, given all the guys that, go up there and in Nashville and seeing how all this goes and whatnot. You know,
Right, like I'm just giving a once over of the game sheet right now, and we got Hinostroza, Jankowski, Svechkov, Marchessault, Weissblat with his NHL premiere. We got let's see, Stasny, Blankenberg, so quite a few.
it just I'm just tapping on the box score here, but these are the guys that have played for the Admirals this year: Vinny Hinostroza, Fedor Svechkov, Weissblat, Stastny, Blankenberg, um, as well. So, with that being said, Nashville last time they up 3-0.
Colton Sissons, his fourth of the season, assisted by Roman Yossi, his 18th, and Gustav Nyquist, his ninth. And we got 22 seconds on the clock. And apparently a Nashville power play.
What's the call?
I don't know. I'm trying to see.
That's what I'm trying to see here too. So, looking at it from the other stats, Nashville's outblocked them 17-14. Giveaways are 22-7 on Nashville's front, so that's not good for Nashville. But from the looks of it, be all end all of it all. Game over.
Right. I see Nashville has 22 giveaways, though, tonight.
23. They just gave us another one.
There's the final right now on my end.
Yep. So Nashville 3, Vancouver nothing.
And just because it was so spread out and spur of the moment, I am going to run down really quick. Second period at the 16:53 mark, Steven Stamkos with his 12th of the season, assisted by Marchessault, his 14th, and Forsberg his 22nd. Then in the third, Nyquist with the empty net. That's his seventh of the season, assisted by Blankenberg, his second, and Sissons his third. That was at the 18:16 mark. And the dagger was by Colton Sissons, his fourth of the season at the 19:29 mark, assisted by Yossi and Nyquist, and they just added the empty net symbol to it.
Yep. So yeah, they just added the empty net to Colton Sissons. So for Sissons, I'll take him how I get him because he doesn't get many.
Right,
A lot of his stuff is assists. He's more of a defensive forward. In net for the Preds was UC Saros with the shutout. Stopping 27-27 in net for the Vancouver Canucks was former Nashville Predator Kevin Lankinen, stopping 16-17 with one goal against. Nashville has taken the series for this year against Vancouver.
right,
Not to say that we don't hold a little sour grapes from the playoffs last year, but you
right.
know,
And then just a quick note on Saros, at least what the stats are reading right now is he has 30 games played this year. He's won 8 of them. This is his third shutout on the year. His goal against average currently is 2.82 and a .903 save percentage. And those numbers are not far off from his normal career average.
which believe it or not, they're actually not that bad if you look at the average across the league either.
Right,
So when you look at it, it's not like the Preds are playing horrible. They lose a lot of 1 goal, 2 goal games.
right,
So, for them, it was getting the scoring going, which is something that they have found here recently.
right.
At least with Marchessault, Stamkos, and Forsberg. Forsberg, not so much in the goal department, but Forsberg's been tearing it up in assists and
Yeah.
showing how great of a playmaker he can be. Just for the sake of saying things, also, on the Preds side, in his NHL debut, Ozzy Weissblatt, 9 minutes, 40 seconds on the ice, 14 shifts. He had 14 shifts, had 2 hits, no shots on goal. Fedor Svechkov on his call up had 13 shifts, 11 minutes, 55 seconds. He had 3 shots, 1 hit. Vinny Hinostroza, 1 shot, 3 blocks, 1 hit, 13 shifts. So Admirals well represented right now.
You know,
Looks like they got some solid shifts. Forsberg with another assist. Forsberg, just looking at his statistics for the season, um, in his last 5 games, he has 1, 3, so 4, 7, wait, 4, 6 plus today. I don't know if did he have one today? Yeah, he had one today. Okay. So 7 in the last 6. 7 assists in the last 6 games. This season he has 38 games played, 9 goals, 21 assists with a -11, but he has 30 points, and they're starting to get there. On average for him, 94, 42, 84, 34, 48, 50, 60, 60, 60. He's on pace to be around his average again.
yeah.
Um, that being said, um, not really a whole lot to go any further from there on it. Like I said, Nashville with the shutout, so that works out well for them. Our podcast works out well today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we get some more of the same.
I'm trying to look something up here quick, to add here.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. I would like to let everyone know what the January schedule for Nashville is looking like. Tomorrow, they play Calgary, away. The 7th, they play Winnipeg away. The 11th, they play the Washington Capitals at home. The 14th, they play the Vegas Golden Knights at home. The 16th, they play the Blackhawks at home. The 18th, they play the Wild at home. The 21st, they play the Sharks at home. The 23rd, they are in San Jose playing the Sharks. The 25th, they're in Anaheim playing the Ducks. The 29th, they're back home for the Canucks. And the 31st, they are in Buffalo for the Sabres game.
All right. And I would also like to throw a big congratulations out to the men's basketball team of my alma mater, the University of Wisconsin, who set records tonight in their cruising past of Iowa.
Amazing game. I watched that game tonight. Just amazing to see. And they made, I think it's 21 3-point shots, which is a school record in a game.
As well as scoring 116 points, which is the highest at the Kohl Center ever.
Highest at the Kohl Center and second highest in history.
For the organization.
Yes.
So it is really cool. I always will throw nods back to them. I thank them for everything, for my education, to learning, how to pick yourself up from the ground when you fall. So it's been great. But it is approaching midnight here, and I still have to upload and convert this video. So I thank you all for watching, but your extremely exhausted co-host has got to go. See y'all later, and thank you for watching.